Hey guys, how's it going? Today I've got a little bit of a different video for you. My brother's kindly lent me his old camera, which is this one, which is currently being used. And I wanted to make a video just to test it out and just to do something with it. It's pretty much the same as the one I use for my other videos, but this one doesn't have autofocus, so I'm probably going to be playing about with this a bit and just trying to hopefully remain in focus. So it looks alright so far on this little viewfinder, but hopefully later on when I watch this, I'll be actually focused. But back to my video idea is basically I'm a guitar teacher for a living, other than when I play gigs and stuff like that. And I can't really remember the last time that I actually sat down myself to learn something that I want to learn, something quite challenging. So I thought I would basically learn something I've wanted to play for years, but never got around to doing it. I thought I'd try that now and film the process of me learning how to play this thing. But hopefully it's going to be good. Hopefully I'll be able to play the thing. But other than that, I'm just going to see how this turns out. I've got a microphone here, just recording my voice. Normally when I record this sort of stuff, the guitar will be coming through effects and stuff on the computer, which you hear. I'm going to have that, but I'm just having the microphone pick up the guitar sound as opposed to you hearing the direct DI. I'm not going to record that because I've never done this before, so I don't know how it's going to work. Anyway, I'm rambling on a little bit. The song, or the thing that I'm going to try and learn, is a guitar solo from a Deep Purple song called Lazy. If you've subscribed to my channel, you may have seen this week I put up my Deep Purple riffs medley video, which is just obviously just focusing on the riffs. So I was listening to a lot of their songs, and some of the guitar solos really stuck out to me, and I was so tempted to put those in the riff medley, but I thought, no, let's just stick to riffs. Guitar solos can be a separate video. And the solo to Lazy, there's a first solo and there's like one later on the song, but I mainly mean the first one. It's like every time I hear that solo, I absolutely love it, and I've always wanted to be able to play it, but I've never sat down and learned it. I kind of been a bit put off because it sounds quite difficult. Difficult in the sense that it's not so much it doesn't sound like a hard solo to play technically. It literally sounds like Ritchie Blackmore just improvised the entire thing. It doesn't sound like a thought out piece of music. It just sounds like an improvisation. And I find that learning other people's improvisations is really, really difficult. A lot harder than learning a solo that they might have planned out and, you know, made a nice piece of music with. Because not only are you learning what they improvised on the spot, you're learning basically their guitar technique and how they improvise, which is really quite odd if that's completely alien to how you normally play, how I normally play. It's going to be a challenge. So that's the idea. I want the challenge and I want to see how this goes. Don't know how it's going to turn out. Hopefully it'll be good. But I think I'm going to dive right into it. I will say I have already learned the first half of it because I only thought about doing this video today, whereas I started kind of learning it last night. So I've got a little bit of a head start. So I'm going to do this video from the second half onwards. Hopefully get the whole thing. If I feel like I get it to a point where it's all right at the end, I'll record properly me playing the solo so you can hear how I've got it. If you don't know the solo, then go and listen to it like properly. But you'll probably hear it in the background of this video. Hopefully I won't get flagged for copyright or anything like that. I'm going to be using YouTube and just slowing it down on YouTube. If you're a beginning guitar player and you haven't yet used the feature on YouTube where you can slow videos down and learn things, then what are you playing at? Get doing that right now. It's so useful. You can slow songs down and you can practice to them at the speed because it slows the songs down, but it doesn't actually change the pitch. Normally when you slow things down, it makes them sound really low. But you get the idea, whereas the YouTube one, it just slows the tempo down, but it doesn't actually affect the key or anything like that. So it's really, really good to practice to. I use it all the time in my lessons with my students. So today I'm going to be the student and I'm going to learn something that I want to learn. So let's dive right into it. I'll grab my guitar first. This chair is really squeaky, by the way, so hopefully that won't be too annoying in the video. Got the Fender, and it's kind of got this sort of sound going for it right now. A little bit out of tune, but I'm not bothered about perfection right now. I just want to learn the thing. So I've got the song here, and I'm going to turn it down a little bit because it might be a bit loud through this microphone, but it is. This is the solo. This is the bit I've already kind of learned. This bit now. I've already learned this to a standard, so I'm going to try and learn I kind of know this bit. So can you hear what I mean? It's his improvisation. It sounds difficult. Getting up to the part where I've not learned this bit now. So I'm going to learn from here onwards. I'm going to show you how I do it. So I'm going to change the camera angle to the guitar because I don't want to sit like that. So try that now. So that's as far as I need to go with that song. So yeah, I will just adjust the camera and show you me learning it basically. Okay, so I've changed the camera now so you can see what I'm doing on the guitar. Got the Rick and Morty t-shirt going for good luck. Hopefully that'll inspire me. So yeah, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to quickly play the solo at 75% speed so far, so I can show you what I've currently got going with the guitar. So let's dig right into that. Let's find it. There it is. Don't know how this sounds. Hopefully that sounds all right in this microphone. As I said, the microphone is just picking up the speaker noise rather than the DI. So hopefully that sounds loud enough and you can hear everything. But yeah, it's very kind of sloppy at the moment. I'm more just trying to get my hands used to doing the movement, so I'm not worried about perfection at the moment. But I'm going to slow it down and learn the rest of it now. So I'm going to, it's this next bit, this next lick, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. It sounds really difficult, this. What is he doing there? So let's slow it down to half speed and have a go and see what that sounds like. That looks all right to me, so hopefully that's still in focus. Anyway, so let's try and figure these notes out. Is that what it is? So that does that 4 times. That is weird. That feels so weird to me as a guitar player. It feels like something I would never do in my own playing. That hammer on there. Yeah, that feels really, really weird. But that's the notes that it's doing, so hopefully that's right. So maybe you want to play it a little bit faster, it will make a bit more sense. Also, side note, I'm trying to get the camera to focus on my hands rather than mouth, so I can see that I look a little bit blurry here. My t-shirt looks a little bit blurry, so I'm hoping that people are focusing on this as opposed to the rest of it. So if that looks rubbish, I apologise. Never done this before. So let's keep going, let's keep going. What's the next part? I'm gonna have to slow that down even more. I literally 25% speed just to figure out the right notes. That's ridiculously slow. Does that, that's a cool lick. It starts on the open string there. And then what does it do? Okay, this is the notes that it does. It goes... It's basically the same as the first part. It does this part. And then it does the first part again that it just did a minute ago, but it adds the open note in the middle of it. So it kind of does this sort of thing. It sounds like it anyway, where it's going... That's going to take some practicing to get that up to speed. It's a little bit faster there, so I've got the first part. I'll turn this up a little bit. straight into... That's pretty tricky. Then what does it do? Let's have a listen. Okay, it repeats this, the end part of that lick a few times. Then it jumps to this note, I can tell. This whole song is based around an F minor, pentatonic, blues scale sort of notes, so I kind of roughly know where the notes are going to be that I want to use, you know. So I've kind of got a rough idea of where I might have to go for this, but let's keep listening. Right, so that entire part, I think, is something like... start the first part. To this. No, it's this. But then it adds more notes in it. It goes that little repeating pattern, which I've forgotten. That's what I think this entire part is, so hopefully that corresponds. I'm going to try and play it with it at 50% speed. Almost. That was almost it. I did one too few of the... I thought I did it twice, but I think it does it 3 times, which kind of threw me off. So I'm going to try it again. That was it. That sounded pretty much bang on to me. I'm going to try one more time to make sure it wasn't a fluke. One note was wrong there, but I pretty much got it. Keep doing that with my hand, like some surfer dude, I don't know. I don't mean to. Because you can't see my face, I'm communicating with my hands, so you can see, hopefully make this video a bit more visually entertaining. Anyway, I'm going to try that one more time. That was it. I'm happy with that. It sounds sloppy at the moment. I'm getting a lot of open strings because I'm not used to the picking. I'm kind of doing some sort of hybrid picking at the moment, just trying to sort of pick my way through it. But normally I don't know whether to use alternate picking or whatever. So once I've figured all the notes out on the pattern, then I can improve the picking and stuff like that. So forgive all the rough notes for now. I, as a rule, don't like to use tabs. I think tabs, they're very useful. You can learn a lot from tabs, but I would much rather put something on and listen to it and train my ears. If I can figure it out, I think in life you tend to remember things better if you figured it out, because you remember the process of actually learning it, as opposed to just reading something on paper on a tab or something like that. That's why I would always try and figure something out first. But anyway, let's continue. What part am I up to next? Okay, that's a kind of a weird lick. Let me listen to that bit again. kind of roughly know how it goes in my mind, this solo, from listening to it repeatedly, so I kind of think I'm at the end of it now. That's the end of that bit. That bit sounds a little bit sloppy. So, I'm going to play that whole part from the bit I've learned just now and see if I've got that roughly right. There we go. That's the whole part of that. And that's at half speed. It's currently 10:15 on a Friday night. I don't have a life, so this is what I end up doing. So I'm going to practice this whole thing and hopefully get it sounding a lot better, less open string accidents and stuff like that, and more just kind of getting it into my my muscle memory, because at the moment I'm having to think about everything as I'm playing it. I'm really sorry if this is really distracting you, just looking at this part of my face rather than you know, the whole thing. But anyway, I'm going to play it again. I'm just going to focus on just repeating it so my hands kind of get used to it before I forget it, basically. Because once things get into your muscle memory, then it's a lot easier to remember them, because you don't have to rely on your brain as much. Your hand just kind of does what it feels natural. So I'm going to turn this off for a little bit. I'm going to give it a good practice. As I said, currently on half speed. I'm going to knock it up to 75% speed once I get a bit better, and go from there. So I might show you the 75% speed increase before I go to the full 100%. But anyway, time to practice. Not perfect, but it's pretty good for 75%, so I'm going to keep practicing that. And then I'm going to knock it up again to the full 100%. Again, I'm not going for perfection just yet. I just want to be able to try and keep up. And then once I get that pretty good, I'm going to record the solo properly. Okay, I've literally just practiced that for the first time, full speed, and it feels ridiculous because I've been doing it at half speed and then 75%, and it's still, you know, I'm still kind of confused with that. I just put it on full speed. It sounds way too fast. So yeah, I'm a little bit kind of getting there, but kind of not at the same time. So I'm just going to keep practicing it full speed to get my hands a little bit more used to doing it just that little bit quicker. Hopefully this is not going to be a complete fail and it's going to sound terrible. So I'm going to keep at it. So I'm going to practice it a little bit more full speed. Right. So basically, I feel like I've got this pretty well now in my head. So, but my hands are still kind of struggling. Like, you know, I'm thinking about it too much. So I'm going to try and get it in my muscle memory, like I said earlier. So I'm going to practice the hell out of it now. I'm going to turn the camera off because this is just wasting. It's very boring watching me practice. But I'm going to do that now. So the next thing that you see in this video is going to be the finished product, the finished solo recorded properly and hopefully learned. So cue the solo in 3, 2, 1. There you go, guys. That was like a little glimpse into how I would learn a guitar solo, or learn anything, to be honest. I hope this video works. I don't know yet till I edit it. Hopefully it won't just go straight in the bin, and it will actually be A, informative, B, fun to watch. But this is how I learn a solo, and I hope you enjoyed the video at least. So if you did, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like. If there's any other solos you think that might be cool for me to learn in the same way, then I'd happily give those a go. So feel free to comment below any solos or songs or anything that you think would be cool to learn. I can maybe make a video showing how I learn it. If this video looks a bit weird, sounds a little bit weird, I'm probably going to figure out how to do this a little bit better. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully this video was fun and you enjoyed it. So if you did, please subscribe if you've not already. Click like and leave a comment, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.